tenemos el privilegio de presentarles Amigos de la Eternidad, una reunión especial con la Maestra Suprema Ching y apreciados artistas. Ahora empecemos, parte 22.
Hey, where did you go all this time? Everybody miss you. Miss your tattoos, I mean. Oh, what a brave, spice girl. She is spicy, that's why. I just remember you just pull it up and then come on, be big. Yeah, so beautiful.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Carrie Walsh, a greatly accomplished soprano and flutist who has graced our stage of many of our association's concerts over the years. Today, she will be sharing a few words and performing for us with her charming son, Mishan. Let's give them both a very heartfelt, warm welcome.
So good that you played together. So good. What a family relationship.
So I wanted to thank you so much, Master, for acknowledging that it's special that I have my son here, because it is very, very special. And every time I play with him, I feel it's just magical. It's the neatest thing in the world.
You're always so positive.
Oh, well, it's so special, and I
your mom.
feel very blessed that I'm a little partial. I like music, so I'm pretty happy that he became a musician.
Yeah, you met him, huh?
Yeah. But we're really coming full circle here, because the first opportunity we had to meet was at the One World Peace concert, and that was 21 years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
So he was 1 year old. And,
yeah, I know.
Right, Master held him in her arms, and he was so good. He was so quiet, and he was looking at her with his big eyes.
Yeah, I was impressed because he's so calm. He's
Right.
such a, a sea of people around him.
He was always very calm. He used to go see me perform. He saw me in The King and I 8 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 8 times. And he used to sit there, and if anybody talked, he'd go, "Shh, my mama is singing."
Wow.
He would go around saying, "My mama is the best singer in the world."
Yeah, sure.
So, as I was saying earlier, who would dream that I would still be here and have the honor of performing? But yes, I would dream that, actually, because it felt very natural and very right, and I was optimistic that we would still continue to have a relationship. And indeed, this is one of a number of times, a number of events for the TV and for the Love of Centuries and Cancun and lots of really fun stuff that we've gotten to do. And I'll tell you a secret, Master, I have been dreaming for years of coming to see you in Formosa.
Wow.
I have been dreaming of that. Yes, I have.
Now we all know your secret.
That's my secret, yes.
How about
And
Mi-chan? You also have same secret dream?
do you have some secrets?
I don't know. I
You
don't
just
know.
follow her, right?
Yeah.
Mother knows best.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, welcome anyway.
But there were times when I was pretty sick over the years, in between times when I saw you, and it would comfort me to look at the artwork and read your poems and watch videos and think in my mind that someday when I felt better, I would be able to go visit. And it came true. So I just feel this is absolutely spectacular. And what an evening, and so much entertainment.
You like
So,
both of you?
thank
you like
you.
it, Mi-chan?
Yeah.
You also like it?
Fantastic time.
Then it's great.
So, and the other,
So happy to see him.
it's so great. Thank you. The other full circle is that I'm going to be singing the song which you already blessed your audience with earlier, which is that I will forever love you. And so I feel a little shy about singing that.
No, don't worry. I always sing that whenever they want something for me. I just sing that so they stop.
Oh,
They
well,
stop asking things.
oh my goodness. Okay, well, they're going to get
We love
a
that song.
reprise
Everybody
because
does.
we love that song. I love that song too. So this is going to be a little different version.
Okay.
So I wanted to say something about to sort of expound on Elaine's wonderful presentation about how to promote veganism. And of course, I'm trying to do my part, and I go on Facebook and I'm sharing videos after I learned so much about reading from Crisis to Peace
Good job.
about how that you gave me in Cancun and you signed for me.
Yeah.
And I read it 3 times, and I learned so much about how the meat industry and the dairy industry and how toxic they are, aside from the fact that they're inhumane and cruel to animals, and everything that everybody has been saying all night about how we have to just stop eating meat or the world is going to implode. This is very, very true. And I think often about something else. Sometimes it's not a matter, I think, of having the capacity for empathy, but I think people sometimes have selective empathy. They choose who and what they want to feel compassionate towards. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes it's sort of an us and theirs. You know, our children, and oh, but those are their children, or that's the children of another race, or they're, you know, so we don't care, they don't have feelings, or we don't acknowledge that they have feelings. And so I feel a lot of compassion for my pet dog or cat, but I don't feel any compassion for the cow that I'm going to, you know, put on my table later or whatever. And I think it's a good idea, and I pray about this, that people should grow and develop into the capacity of having empathy and compassion for all living things, for all animals and all people, regardless of where they are, what race they are, what status they are, what breed of animal they are. And this came up, and I had lunch with a member of the Chicago SMTV staff recently, and we were talking about this silly thing of me never killing bugs in the house. We always had a lot of bugs in Miami, and I would just talk to them in my mind, which sounds really ridiculous, but I would say, you really don't want to stay in here because somebody else is not as nice as me, and they might step on you with their shoe, but I wouldn't want to do that. Or so I'd put them in a little container and take them back outside, and ants, you know, try to make them go away with cinnamon oil or something like that. Humane methods. So even bugs, I think they have feelings and they have sensitivity, and they're worthy of our respect and of our compassion. Every living being, and Master has spoken about how we're blessed and we get points and are blessed by so many living creatures in the universe and by the stars and by everything that exists. And I think that that's a really important message to take home, because if more people were aware of that, then they would be more aware of the universe as a whole and all the components in it. And that's a hard thing to convey. It's a hard thing to convey individually or on Facebook or whatever, if you write a book, if you have a broadcast. But it's something to think about, and I think the more we embrace our thoughts and pray on them and meditate on them, somehow they will get out there. So this is one of my hopes, is that people will grow some more compassion muscles, and that eventually that will lead to more veganism and more humane treatment of our fellow humans. And that's a prayer for me. So again, I'm just so happy to have this dream come true. And I better stop talking, because you know me, I'm a crier. You know, he's always making fun of me. So I think I better stop talking before I get too weepy. And we're going to begin with a Bach sonata. Bach wrote 6 flute sonatas, and all of them are just exquisite. Of course, everything Bach wrote, he was a direct connection to God. My Mishan and I, we feel like Bach is pretty much God, right? There's just a direct line there. And I don't know how any human being could write so many masterpieces of music, and just so many, one after another. So this is the flute sonata in E minor, Bach Werkelverzeichnis 1034, the third movement, the Andante. And after that, I'll say a little bit more about the song. So let's see, how are we going to do this here?
Wow,
Okay?
I like that. Oh, I really love the sound.
Thank you so much.
So beautiful. The flute is so beautiful. Eh?
Thank you.
The sound is so beautiful. Thank you.
Espectadores hospitalarios, agradecemos su compañía hoy en Amigos de la Eternidad, un encuentro especial con la Maestra Suprema Ching y apreciados artistas, parte 22.